Hey everybody, how you doing? It's good to be here at Friendship Shaving. I've got another lone razor to use today, and you can see it up there on the window ledge. I'd just like to say thanks to Mal once again. Without his kindness, this review wouldn't be taking place. But today I'll be shaving with the Rockwell Model T adjustable razor. Now I'll also be using my Martin de Candre vetiver shaving soap. I should rephrase that because it isn't my soap at all, even though I wish it was. It's very nice indeed. I announced in last week's video that the pot is made from glass, and it's been pointed out to me that it is not made from glass at all. It is actually made from something called PETG crystal, which is a polyurethane resin, and it's designed to look very much like glass. You can see that this jar is particularly thick, and there you can see it perhaps really well there, and that adds to the weight, which all led to me being fooled into thinking it was a glass jar. I'm just reaching for my brush. I'm going to use my T400 brush today. I did get in touch with Martin de Candre, and I had an email back from Augustine. They used to send their soaps out in glass jars, but the supplier was bought out by a much bigger company, and they were unable to buy the jars in the small quantity that they needed, so they decided to go with this option instead. It is apparently 100% recyclable, but I think it would be really great if they did a refill. People have taken, I've been told, to using their jars for other things around the house once the soap has finished, and I've been sending pictures to Martin de Candre, so a very good jar I feel, but it is not glass. Now I'm going to get my brush loaded and see if we can get a shave going today. I know there were lots of problems with the Model T razor in bringing it to production. To be fair, I was not a party to any of that, so I won't be making comment on that during this video. I'll just be reviewing the razor as I find it. I've been using it all week, to be honest. I like this razor. It's a very nice razor. It was initially put out on a Kickstarter and the Indiegogo crowdfunding sites to raise the money to bring it to production. And if you signed up for that, you got the razor for $79. Now, the razor is apparently going to be priced at $195. It's quite difficult to find information about this razor. So the information I have found has been taken from posts on a shaving forum, posted by Rockwell razors. I've ignored all the other information that's on there and only taken the posts that were put up by Rockwell razors. So one of those posts quoted that the price was going to be $195. Now, whether it will come out at that price, I don't know at this point. on the Rockwell razor website, it doesn't give the price of the razor, and it says that the razor has sold out and you can only register your interest for the razor to be produced in the next batch. So as I say, it is a little bit difficult to find any good information about this razor. This is a smashing brush. Very nice indeed with this soap. I love this soap. It's absolutely terrific. Let's get a bit more water in this brush. And once I've built up a little bit more of a lather, I'll be able to show you the razor in a little bit more detail. I've been having great difficulty uploading my video to YouTube, so this is actually the second video that I'll have made about this razor. I'm hoping that there's a little fault somewhere on the first one, and that is why it's not uploading. So if a video appears tomorrow, it'll probably be this one. There we are, that will do. What a lovely brush that is. I've done a little trade recently with a few razor blades, and I got a pack of Gillette 7 o'clock Super Platinum, the black packet, and I'll be using one of those razors today. I'm really enjoying these razors. They are fabulous. It'll be my 5th use of this razor, and you know, I'm getting BBS, really comfortable to shave. Love these razor blades. Now, the Rockwell Model T, here we are. Let me hold it up for you. The fit and finish on this razor is really very nice indeed. I have read some negative comments about the razor, particularly that the head is not as low profile as some razors. It certainly looks a bit clunky and a bit bigger than the Gillette Slim when they're stood next to each other. I haven't found that an issue. I know some reviewers have thought that there was a bit of a learning curve with this razor because of the head, but I haven't found that to be the case at all. You can see it, you hold that a bit closer, it goes from numbers 1 to 6, and I'm going to start off the shave on setting 6. I have read that on setting 6 sometimes the blade fluctuates, but as I say, I have been using this all week. I've had, well, this will be my 5th shave with it, and I have well and truly tested it, and I've found no issues at all with the razor on setting 6. Talking of which, I've just completely forgotten to put it on setting 6. There we are. I think it's a very nicely engineered razor. Everything fits really well. One of the things I like is that once the butterfly doors close, it takes a good few turns to lock that right down, and you know that once that's locked, it's not going to open accidentally it's going to stay exactly where it is. I think the blade is held in there quite firmly. Let me show you the sort of, yeah, can't see because of the light. The blade exposure on that at level 6. Perhaps that is the best view there. I find it does a really good job on setting 6, but for me, setting 4 is just about perfect. I've found on the lower settings, it really is too mild for me, but that's okay. There is a setting for everybody. So if you were a young fella with a light growth, setting 1 or 2 may well be the ideal setting for you. As I've said, it is quite hard to find information about this razor, so I've weighed it on my analogue kitchen scales. It comes in at about 95 grams, possibly a touch more than that. Don't hold me to that, as I said, they are just my analogue old kitchen scales. And the razor itself is 10.5 centimetres or 4 1/16 of an inch from the bottom of the handle to the top of the head cap. I really have had no problems with this razor at all. I found it to be very nice, very nicely weighted. I've not nipped myself. I've enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. There we are, nice easy first pass with the Model T. Now I'm going to dial that down to number 4 shortly for the second and the third pass. Now I believe, and I've had to resort to another reviewer for this information. So Ruds, thank you very much, but I believe it is made of brass, stainless steel and zinc, and if anyone can verify that for me in the comments, I'd be very grateful. There is a screw inside the handle here, and I am certain that that will be made from stainless steel. I'm just going to add a touch of water to that brush and shake it through. Oh, that is just super, super, super soft. Fabulous. The mechanism on this is really, let me just think of the right word for it. I don't want to give the wrong impression. The handle, or the mechanism in the handle, is quite tight, and I think that's just because the razor is very nicely engineered. It doesn't rattle or wobble, it's not slack. It's really, really nice. There is, let me just rinse that. There is a marker, a little arrow, there we are, you can see it there, on just above the adjustment dial. It could have been a little bit bigger or been bright red or something like that, but it's not a big issue at all. So, setting 4. I find this to be quite nicely weighted for me. I'll explain more about that in a moment. Now on setting 4 with these razor blades, it really is a smooth and nice shave. I love these razor blades. Now I've found that this razor is very nicely balanced for me. I do tend to sit my little finger under there. The balance point is right about where I'm holding it now, so there is a large amount of razor above that balance point. So if you hold it even there, the handle suddenly gets really heavy. But if you hold it spot on the balance point, and that's the perfect place for my hand, it feels nice to me, it feels quite balanced. But the handle is quite heavy, and I can understand why people might feel that it is slightly an unbalanced razor. As I say, I haven't found that. It certainly seems to be quite an audible razor. That's how I feel. Glad to be in here, having a shave, relaxing. Do you know what I can feel? I've got a really close shave now. But I'm just going to stick with that on setting 4. Now I wonder if it will come out at $195. What do you think of that? Do you think that's too much? I'll be interested in your opinion. Bear in mind that the Rex Ambassador stainless steel razor is $249. So there's no doubt this is sort of aiming at the higher end of the market. But I wonder, in the 2 years that it's taken this razor to come to production, if Rockwell have just missed the boat slightly. There are quite a few companies now that are bringing adjustable razors to the market. I've been looking at a couple of them, been looking at a Vikings blade razor. Now they do a razor called the Crusader. That is a standard adjustable razor. And that's $39. Now they also do the Emperor, which is a fatter handle, some lovely finishes on that razor. Admittedly, Vikings blade do stamp their name on the head cap, and I hate that with a passion, I must admit. But the Emperor, with that lovely finish and the thicker handle, is $60. Of course, there's also the Parthenon razor for $35. Frank Shaving have recently brought out a new adjustable razor. And of course there are all the other suspects, the Parker variant, etc, etc. So it seems to me that in the time Rockwell have been manufacturing this and dealing with all the issues that they have had, that other manufacturers have sort of jumped on the bandwagon and maybe overtaking them. I'll be careful here, my sink is chocker. It's absolutely full. Well, that was a great shave. Fifth use on that 7 o'clock. And it just wasn't as smooth as yesterday's shave, but nevertheless a very acceptable shave. Yesterday's shave was amazing. So there we are, that is my shave with the Rockwell Model T. I'd love to know your opinion if you've got one. Heck, I'd love to know your opinion even if you haven't got one. At $195, I don't know if I would buy one, but I can say that I've really enjoyed it. It's a good shave. It's a good shave. As I said, that slightly bigger profile on the head doesn't bother me. I found the shave to be quite intuitive. It's quite comfortable. I know I'm holding it like that with my little finger here now, but I know in the shave I take my little finger often, so it's not always there. I don't feel that the weight in the handle is a problem. A nice razor, I like it. Now I am going to put on, I'm just going to put on a little bit of Bulldog this evening. It is quite late. I've been watching and enjoying the Women's World Cup in soccer. Just been watching Australia and Brazil. And now I can feel that, oh, I'm a little bit sore around here, and that didn't happen yesterday. So perhaps that razor blade after 5 uses is just losing its edge a little bit. But all in all, that was a very nice shave. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you like what you see, and I'll see you around. You take care now. Bye bye.